Happy Labor Day, everyone. Welcome to the Labor Day 2022 celebration, hosted by me, the hardworking American legendary Alex Cardinale. I hope you're having an awesome Labor Day. I hope you're enjoying your day off from your job. I hope you're having a relaxing time. I hope you had a great barbecue with your friends and family, and you had a great time away from your job. Welcome to the inaugural Labor Day celebration right here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. I figured I would host another holiday bash since it's been a while that I've done one. So, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoy today's episode of our Labor Day celebration. It's mostly going to be a very informal show as we're going to find out the true meaning of Labor Day. And I'm also going to talk about the history of Labor Day. And then moving forward, I'm going to give you some tips on how to be a great employee, tips for having a great relationship with your employer and your boss. And I'm going to talk about how to have a better work and personal life balance so that you can be the best employee that you can be. And these are all tips that I'm going to learn to use myself as an employee. So this is going to be a really fun show. So, for those of you that are tuned in, what did you do for Labor Day today? Let me know in the comments what you did for Labor Day today. Today, for me, I really didn't do much. I had a barbecue yesterday, and then I cooked on the grill again today. I made cheeseburgers and hot dogs and tortellini salad, and I had a delicious slice of cake for dessert. That's pretty much it. I also fed my tropical fish some fish food, and now I'm hosting this episode and I'm watching Monday Night Raw as well. So that's what I did for Labor Day today. And I'm very happy to be employed right now, and I'm very happy to be an American worker having a day off after all the hard work that I've done in 2022. First at Texas Roadhouse until February, and then at the Palm Beach Zoo gift shop. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for me, legendary Alex Cardinale. All right, so let's get this show started. And we're going to start by learning what is Labor Day, and then we're going to learn the history of Labor Day. Now, Labor Day is a federal holiday in the United States of America, celebrated on the first Monday in September to honor and recognize the American labor movement and the works and contributions of laborers to the development and achievements of the United States. The 3-day weekend it falls on is called Labor Day weekend. And Labor Day weekend is generally the unofficial end of summer because it marks the end of the cultural summer season. Many take their 2-week vacations during the 2 weeks ending Labor Day weekend. Many fall activities, such as school and sports, begin about this time. In the United States, many school districts resume classes around the Labor Day holiday weekend. Some begin the week before, making Labor Day weekend the first 3-day weekend of the school calendar, while others return the Tuesday following Labor Day. Many districts across the Midwest are opting to begin school after Labor Day. Now, in the United States, sports, Labor Day weekend marks the beginning of many fall sports, especially football. The NCAA college football teams usually play their first games that weekend, and the National Football League traditionally play their kickoff game the Thursday following Labor Day. So the NFL kicks off its regular season this Thursday, and my Buccaneers start the regular season this Sunday night against the Cowboys. And this is the second year in a row that my Tampa Bay Buccaneers have started off facing the Dallas Cowboys on NBC Sunday night. I cannot wait to see that game, and I cannot wait to see my Tampa Bay Buccaneers give the Dallas Cowboys their first loss of the season. So that, in a nutshell, is what Labor Day is. It's a federal holiday celebrating all of the hard workers in America that work hard every day to make America work. We are celebrating doctors because without doctors, we can't be healthy. We are celebrating firefighters, paramedics, and police officers because they keep us safe. We are celebrating chefs and line cooks because they operate restaurants in which we can eat after a day of hard work. We're celebrating retail employees like cashiers and stockers because without them, we can't purchase the items at the store. So, whatever job you have, we are celebrating your hard work, and essentially, you get a day off to relax and celebrate your hard work. But unfortunately, not everybody has Labor Day off. 911 operators, the 911 call dispatch operators, they have to work Labor Day. Firefighters, police officers, paramedics, doctors, they have to work Labor Day. And some chefs have to work Labor Day as well. So I have nothing but respect and love for the people that have to work on a day that they should be celebrating their hard work. Now, let's talk about the history of Labor Day. Now, Labor Day is observed the first Monday in September. Labor Day is an annual celebration of the social and economic achievements of American workers. The holiday is rooted in the late 19th century when labor activists pushed for a federal holiday to recognize the many contributions workers have made to America's strengths, prosperity, and well-being. Before it was a federal holiday, Labor Day was recognized by labor activists in individual states. After municipal ordinances were passed in 1885 and 1886, a movement developed to secure state legislation. New York was the first state to introduce a bill, but Oregon was the first to pass a law recognizing Labor Day on February 21st, 1887. During 1887, four more states, Colorado, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and New York, passed laws creating a Labor Day holiday. By the end of the decade, Connecticut, Nebraska, and Pennsylvania had followed suit. In 1894, 23 more states had adopted the holiday, and on June 28, 1894, Congress passed an act making the first Monday in September of each year a legal holiday. Who first proposed the holiday for workers? It is not entirely clear, but two workers can make a solid claim to the founder of Labor Day title. Some records show that in 1882, Peter McGuire, General Secretary of the Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners and a co-founder of the American Federation of Labor, suggested setting aside a day for a general holiday for the laboring classes to honor those who from rude nature have delved and carved all the grandeur we behold. But Peter McGuire's place in Labor Day history has not gone unchallenged. Many believe that machinist Matthew McGuire, not Peter McGuire, founded the holiday. Recent research seems to support the contention that Matthew McGuire, later the secretary of Local 344 of the International Association of Machinists in Paterson, New Jersey, proposed the holiday in 1882 while serving as secretary of the Central Labor Union in New York. According to the New Jersey Historical Society, after President Cleveland signed a law creating a national Labor Day, the Paterson Morning Call published an opinion piece stating that the souvenir pen should go to Alderman Matthew McGuire of this city, who is the undisputed author of Labor Day as a holiday. Both McGuire and McGuire attended the country's first Labor Day parade in New York City that year. The first Labor Day holiday was celebrated on Tuesday, September 5th, 1882, in New York City, in accordance with the plans of the Central Labor Union. The Central Labor Union held its second Labor Day holiday just a year later on September 5th, 1883. By 1894, 23 more states had adopted the holiday, and on June 28, 1894, President Grover Cleveland signed a law making the first Monday in September of each year a national holiday. Many Americans celebrate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and parties. Festivities very similar to those outlined by the first proposal for a holiday. Speeches by prominent men and women were introduced later as more emphasis was placed upon the economic and civic significance of the holiday. Still later, by a resolution of the American Federation of Labor Convention of 1909, the Sunday preceding Labor Day was adopted as Labor Sunday and dedicated to the spiritual and educational aspects of the labor movement. American labor has raised the nation's standard of living and contributed to the greatest production the world has ever known. And the labor movement has brought us closer to the realization of our traditional ideas of economic and political democracy. It is appropriate, therefore, that the nation pays tribute on Labor Day to the creator of so much of the nation's strength, freedom, and leadership, the American worker. That's right, it is us, the American workers, that keeps the America working, that keeps America with a steady economy, and keeps stores open for America. And that is what Labor Day is all about, and that is the history of Labor Day. So right now, I, the hardworking American, legendary Alex Cardinale, would like to extend a big, heartfelt thank you to all the hard workers in the United States of America. Whether you're a doctor, a chef, a firefighter, a paramedic, a police officer, a store manager, a cashier, a 911 dispatch officer, whatever your job is, it does not matter. I want to thank you for your hard work that you have given to the United States of America. I also want to thank you for working during the pandemic that happened 2 years ago. COVID-19 literally changed America because places were closing, but places that needed to remain open, like hospitals, restaurants, and grocery stores, did. And those are the hardest workers that we need. So a big thank you goes out to all the hard workers in the United States of America and also Canada, because Canada celebrates Labor Day on the first Monday of September as well. So thank you to the amazing workers in this country, in Canada, and in North America as a whole. Legendary Alex Cardinale gives you the thumbs up and an appropriate thank you. So thank you for your hard work. All right, moving forward, moving away from Labor Day, I'd like to talk about being a better employee. And I did some research and I have some tips that are going to help me as an employee. And I am sure they're going to help you as an employee as well. So here are the tips that I found for being a good employee. The first tip for being a good employee is, of course, to adhere to company guidelines. Make sure you're following the company guidelines. And if you don't know what the company guidelines are, check your employee handbook and you'll see all the rules and guidelines in that handbook so that you can be the best employee that you can be. Make sure you're following all the rules and not breaking any rules. Another tip for being a great employee is to work towards the company's goals. Maybe your company has a sales goal that it wants to reach. So help them reach that sales goal. Whatever goal the company that you work for has, try to make it a possibility. The next tip for being a good employee is to treat everybody with respect. That's basically a life rule. Treat people how you want to be treated and don't be someone that is really hard to work with. I myself have to work on that because I can be a hothead sometimes and someone may do something that pisses me off and I may be hard to work with at times. So I have to tone that down myself and I have to learn to treat everybody with respect. So the next tip for being a great employee is to use your best effort. Give it your all at whatever it is your job is. Give it your best effort and be the best you can, and you will have a successful job experience. Become an expert at your job. Learn your trade. Whatever it is you're working, learn it and become an expert. It will do great things for your future. Offer value to your workplace. Offer something that is unique to you and is different from your other coworkers. It could be that you make more money for the company, or you're a great hard worker and you do a lot more than other employees, but offer value to your workplace. The next tip for being a good employee is to focus on solutions. If there's problems in the workplace, instead of creating more problems, focus on solutions. Another tip that I learned is be open to change. No matter where you work, there's going to be a lot of changes. So be open to change. Don't be against change. but be open to it. Own your mistakes. Whatever mistakes you make at your job, it's okay. You're a human being. Everybody is going to make mistakes. But in order to be the best employee you can be, make sure you own your mistakes. And I accept the mistakes that I've made, and I own them as well. And the last tip for being a great employee is to build relationships. Build relationships with your coworkers and your management, and you will be good to go. Now, I'm not saying you have to be buddy or friend with every coworker you have, or even the management, but by being friendly with your coworkers and the management, you'll have a much better experience at your job. Now, I've been very fortunate in that my last two jobs, I have made best friends with some of the coworkers, and I am still great friends with them, and I am very appreciative of that. So those are my tips for being the best employee and the greatest employee that you can be. Now I'd like to talk about how to have a good employee and boss relationship. It's very important to be on good terms with your boss, and I've learned that the hard way. So the first tip that I found in my research on how to have a good employee boss relationship is to take the initiative. Do something that your boss does not ask you to do. Do something extra that you think will make your boss happy. Take initiative to make the store look nice would be a good example. Maintain a positive work ethic. Like I said, it all goes back to being the best worker that you can be. Now, maintaining a positive work ethic would mean showing up to work on time and not being late, but we all know life happens, so that's not always possible. But trying to be there on time every day is great. And also, very rarely calling out. Structure appropriate discussion time. You never want to barge in on your manager's office because they could be busy doing company work. If you need to talk to your manager, schedule an appropriate time to do that. Ask your manager for feedback. They will appreciate wanting to know how you think you're doing. So ask the manager for feedback, and always talk about your goals with your manager. Maybe you want a promotion. Well, the best way to stress that you want a promotion is by telling them that, hey, I'd like to get a promotion. It's one of my goals, and I'm going to work towards achieving that goal. That is how to have a great employee and boss relationship. The last topic for this year's Labor Day celebration is how to have a better work-life balance. And this is something that I've been struggling, and I've researched this. So if you're spending most of your time working, your work and your home life might be negatively affected. Consider the consequences of your poor work-life balance. Fatigue. When you're tired, your ability to work productively and think clearly might suffer, which could take a toll on your professional reputation or lead to dangerous or costly mistakes. It could also play a role in your mental health. Poor health. Stress can worsen symptoms related to many medical conditions and put you at risk of substance misuse. Lost time with friends and loved ones. If you're working too much, you might miss important family events or milestones. This can leave you feeling left out and might harm your relationships. As long as you're working, juggling the demands of career and personal life will probably be an outgoing challenge. But by setting limits and looking after yourself, you can achieve the work-life balance that's best for you. It's very important to set a work-life balance. If you don't set limits, work can leave you with no time for the relationships and activities you enjoy. Consider these strategies. Manage your time. Give yourself enough time to get things done. Don't overschedule yourself. Learn to say no. Evaluate your priorities at work and at home and try to shorten your to-do list. Cut or delegate activities you don't enjoy or can't handle, or share your concerns and possible solutions with your employer or others. When you quit accepting tasks out of guilt or a false sense of obligation, you'll have more time for activities that are meaningful to you. Detach yourself from work. Working from home or frequently using technology to connect to work when you're at home can cause you to feel like you're always on the job. This can lead to chronic stress. Seek guidance from your manager about expectations for when you can disconnect. If you work from home, dress for work and have a quiet, dedicated workspace if possible. When you're done working each day, detach and transition to home life by changing your outfit, taking a drive or a walk, or doing an activity with your kids. Consider your options. Ask your employer about flexible hours, a compressed work week, job sharing, or other scheduling flexibility. The more control you have over your hours, the less stressed you'll likely to be. A healthy lifestyle is essential to coping with stress and to achieving work-life balance. Eat well, include physical activity in your daily routine, and get enough sleep. In addition, aim to relax. Regularly set aside time for activities that you enjoy, such as practicing yoga, gardening, or reading. Hobbies can help you relax, take your mind off of work, and recharge. And for me, I do that with aquariums. Whatever hobby you have, it will help you. Better yet, discover activities you can do with your partner, family, or friends, such as hiking, dancing, or taking cooking classes or bowling. Volunteer. Research shows that volunteering to help others can improve your connections with others as well as lead to better life satisfaction and lower psychological distress. Develop a support system. At work, join forces with coworkers who can cover for you and vice versa when family conflicts arise. At home, enlist trusted friends and loved ones to pitch in with childcare or household responsibilities when you need to work late. And that is how to have a better work-life balance. All right. Well, that is our very first Labor Day celebration. I, the proud American and the proud American worker, legendary Alex Cardinale, hope you enjoyed your Labor Day weekend. I hope you enjoyed your Labor Day. And more importantly, I hope you enjoyed this Labor Day broadcast. I want to thank each and every one of you who watched today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are a new viewer. I've got a lot of great videos coming up in the fall and winter of 2022 and 2023. I've got Halloween shows coming up. I've got Thanksgiving shows coming up. Christmas shows coming up. I've got the 9-year anniversary coming up. So next Thursday, September 15th, 2022 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on this YouTube channel, I'm going to give all the news about all the awesome live streams and videos I have coming your way this fall and winter. So before I let you go, I'd like to remind you my next holiday bash will be on Halloween night. I can't believe Halloween is coming up already. I cannot wait to celebrate Halloween with you. The question is, what character will I be on Halloween? I was Sergeant Slaughter last Halloween. Maybe I'll be Kane this year, or I'll be the Undertaker. We shall see. But someone special will be hosting the Halloween 2022 bash, and I cannot wait for that a month from now. And like I said, don't be afraid to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, for more holiday bashes like this one, for cooking videos, for aquarium and tropical fish videos, WWE videos, and more. Have a great rest of your Labor Day. Have a great week, and thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. Happy Labor Day, everybody, and peace out, ladies and gentlemen.